Welcome back to JB Reviews. Guess what I have? A 6.8 liter gas engine. And I have a 9,600 pound trailer rounded off. Probably about 1,500 pounds of hitch weight. And let's go ahead and see what the payload is on this truck. So out back, because this is a 3/4 ton, the rear gross axle rating is going to be 6,340 pounds and 10,000 pound gross fuel weight reading, which gives us 3,532 pounds of payload. You guys can see right there, this truck has 31,000 miles. It is a 2023. Thank God it has a trailer brake, and if you want tow haul mode, they have your drive modes all listed here. So boom, tow haul mode's there. Let's go ahead and check out this backup camera. Oh, actually we have to back up anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. Oh, man, a little bit of a jerk there. So it's a little grainy. I don't know if I would use this too much because I can't really see, but I think I'm there. Should be about right there. Even with the camera, I couldn't get there. Ugh. But the good news is they did update your receiver hitch, so now you can get these big chains in there without having any extra accessories. Now, this truck does have a 373 rear end, and it has a locker out back. Let's go ahead and measure so we can see how much it's gonna squat, and then we're gonna get down the road. Here is the first measurement, 42 inches. That bad boy is squatting. So I have to raise up the ball maybe one level because this is way too low. Let's go ahead and measure how much it dropped, but my goodness, it's probably a little over 3 inches. Actually, I was wrong. It only dropped 2 3/4. Not bad at all. That's about normal, but like I said, I still have to raise up the trailer, unfortunately, because this is way too low, because my jack might bottom out. And you guys can you see that little bend in there? Unfortunately, I did bend that. Thank God it's replaceable. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up, and then we're gonna go ahead and get down the road. We're getting on the highway, and I know a lot of people are probably going to want to see this video because for 2025, the 6.8 liter will become standard on the Lariat and XLT trim level. So I'm kind of here to prove to you that this may not be a bad thing. Now, obviously, the price isn't going to be going down, which it should, but that's Ford and all the other manufacturers. They're, charging more for less. But I will tell you, this 10R100 transmission is not as bad as you think. I actually like it just slightly better than the 10R140 because it's more like a tame transmission. I don't want to say car transmission because that sounds horrible, but it's an overbuilt car transmission. That's what it is. It's an overbuilt car transmission. And I like how it holds the gears. Let me make sure, am I in tow haul mode? Let me just make sure. I think I am. Yeah, so I'm in tow haul mode. And despite this having the super cab, which means it's gonna have a shorter wheelbase, this truck is actually handling better than I expected it to. Now I'm gonna give a wide open throttle. Okay. I'm in 4th gear. I'm going about 65 now. And it has really good get up and go. I'll go over the horsepower and torque numbers here in a second, but I'm actually really impressed with this truck so far. I mean, this truck has, I believe, 17-inch wheels, and this is a really lightweight truck too. So going about 65 miles an hour, it is perfect. I mean, if you need a truck that you don't care about, call Seiner. This is a really nice truck, guys. Like it's really nice. I think it's like $42,000 on their website. I think it was like 52 grand, brand new, 31,000 miles, and there's no lights on, obviously. I could do this all day. Like, this is a really good truck. And someone asked me, could you go down to a lower trim level? And the answer is no, because I would miss a lot of the stuff that I like to have. Now, this doesn't have the overload leaf springs because you guys pretty much saw that gross vehicle weight rating. So, because it's being a 3/4 ton, it just has the 3 leaves in the main pack. The bottom one's going to probably be a helper spring on this truck too. But yeah, overall, I'm impressed. The mirrors, Ford has some of the best mirrors in the game. I don't even have them extended out because I don't really think I need them that way. And I can see around the trailer pretty dang good. But I want to show you guys the gears here so you guys see what gear we're in. I just dropped down, you probably heard it. And I'm gonna give it some more, a little bit more. That's wide open, there it is. So that's the beauty of having a 10-speed. Those steps are so much closer, and it gives you that power you need in every gear when you're going up those grades. I can't wait till we get to the 6%, it's gonna be so much fun. The truck's gonna do well, I can already tell. Hopefully you guys can see what gear we're in. We're in 7th gear, going about 68 miles an hour. I'm gonna just give it no throttle. Let's see what gear it goes into. 8th. Will it go into 9th? I'm actually going up a little bit of a hill here. So it won't utilize probably 9th and 10th gear. Now when we go down to grade, I will check back to see, but I'm willing to bet you, just like the other trucks, when you're in tow haul mode, you're not going to really utilize that 9th and 10th gear. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, you want to have as much power as you can and the highest gear you can. That way you don't have to have a busy transmission. So if you're in 9th and 10th gear, you're going to constantly be shifting. So the transmission knows not to go into those gears unless you're just going downhill for 5-6 miles. And it's like, you know what? Let's just run at a little bit lower RPM to get better fuel economy. But yeah, I'm really impressed by the stability of this truck. I actually came into this video ready to say, oh, this is going to do bad. But no, it's doing really, really good. We're probably about 5 or 6 minutes away from the grade. And I wanted to just put this disclaimer in there. I always put it in there. I've done some tests with the 7.3, with the 6.4, and with the 6.6 LAT Chevy GM engine. And at those times, the temperatures were actually a little bit higher. But I don't think that the temperatures are going to really affect so much of the performance. And we'll see that in this video, because if this outdoes the 7.3, then we might know that, yeah, these colder temperatures are going to be better. But when we go higher and higher up, the temperatures actually drop anyway. So whenever I was doing the test in the past, where I started at was like 90 degrees, but by the time I got up to where the grade started, I was down in the 80s. But right now we're at 55 degrees. So that temperature could actually help a lot more so than 80. But I think the best temperature for towing is like 60 to 70 degrees outside. That is the best. Now this trailer is 28 foot long, 8.5 feet wide, and it's a sail. So I've proven this many times over. When you have this big of a trailer going up a grade, it really does bog down the truck. It's not like towing an open car trailer. So when people are like, I tow 10, 12,000 pounds, my truck would get up to 80. Well, that's because it's a different trailer. If this trailer was empty, it would probably do about the same, because the fuel economy doesn't change. I've done it before. I actually had to tow it almost 3 or 4 hours empty, and I got the exact same fuel economy empty. So the only difference is it is lighter, but it will still act as a sail behind this truck. So hope you guys can see these beautiful views. We're going into the fall winter time, so there's a lot of browns, no more green for the most part in some parts of Utah. And yeah, I'm really excited to do this test, guys. I can't wait till we get to the grade. Like, I am super excited, because the 6.4 Hemi actually shocked me. Now when I did that test, the temperatures were probably in the 70s, and so in the future I might try to get a 7.3 and a 6.4 at the same time. If I can get that together, I want to do it on the exact same day back to back. That way there's no excuses, because the Hemi did actually outperform the 7.3. So the 6.8, we'll have to see how this 10R100 does, how it holds the gears, how it shifts down, and can this 6.8 liter actually get this bad boy up to at least 65 to 70 miles an hour. I mean, we'll have to see. I can't remember the mile an hour in the other videos. I have a bad memory with all these numbers. There's tons of numbers I have to deal with. And so I'll have to go back and look at those videos at the end of this test. But yeah, so far, so good. I completely forgot to get footage for the powertrain, but online, here are the specs for the 6.8 liter gas V8. It's going to have 405 horsepower, 445 pound-feet of torque, and all that power goes to a 10-speed transmission. Now, this is not the engine here. I believe that they have these engines misplaced on the website, and I think that actually has a power stroke too. I believe that this is the 6.8 liter here. So really quickly, we're at the grade, but I want to show you guys the fuel economy. We're at 5.5. I'm gonna drop down to 55. Let's go. It's already outperformed the 6.6 liter LAT. Oh, it's trying to find 5th gear. I almost wish it didn't do that. It should have stayed in 4th gear a little bit longer, but it's okay. And I can assure you at this point, it's going to be really hard for it to get past probably 73 at this point, but that's okay. Like, it's doing phenomenal. Remember, it has 405 horsepower. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta get over. I got people going slow in front of me, guys. Sorry. Back in 4th gear. Now it gets a little bit steeper up here. But you know what? I think it would have got up to 74. You guys see this? I mean, we're almost at the top now. So it's like leveling off. Yeah, I almost wonder, I think 73 was probably all of it. And it's 47 degrees up here. So where I was just at, we were at just at 60 degrees. And we dropped down, so you guys can see what I was saying is like the temperatures drop significantly when we come up these grades here, but wow. Oh, look at the downshift. Okay, we're gonna see that in a second. So I'm going downhill, you guys will see here. Very, very impressed. Very impressed. I did not expect this truck to get up to 70 on it. So I was like, it might level off at 68, 69. This truck keeps on proving me wrong. Like Ford's like, they tweaked this truck. That's what they did. They tweaked it before I got it. They knew I was gonna do this test today. Just kidding. That rear axle is running 148 degrees. No surprise because of the ambient temperatures out here right now. Yeah, even the tires are like 89. Out front, we're at 69 degrees. Brakes are about 92 degrees. But that manifold, oh my goodness. You guys saw 700. Yeah, there it is, 742, 746. Intake. Wow. Yeah, that is really good. 4.8 MPG. And here are the temperatures. So engine coolant was at 198, transmission is at 211, engine oil temps at 206. And that's pretty much it. So we're still in tow haul mode. It's just downhill from here, so the fuel economy always increases a lot because we're just kind of coasting down the hill. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this truck. I mean, 46 degrees though, we have to give a little bit of that performance gain to the temperature. But yeah, I don't have my foot on the throttle anymore. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna change back up to, there we go. So okay, we're handling at 65 miles an hour. That's nice. We're in 8th gear, so you guys see that we don't go into 10th. We don't go into 9th gear. It just stays right in 8th gear. Now I'm gonna tap the brakes because I don't want to go this fast. Tap it again. There it is. Drop down to 6. Maintaining 65 miles an hour. Now let's see if I can get it down to 60. I'm just tapping the brakes here. Come on, give me 4th gear. It won't give me 4th gear, but we're going about 3,300 RPMs. We're going back up in speed again because we're going down a little bit steeper grade here. But it's maintaining, so it definitely passes the test. Oh, now we're at 66. All right, I'm gonna hit it a little bit harder. There it is. So I really hit the brakes just now. Wow. This has been the best transmission so far going down this grade. Apart from the diesels. The diesels all did decent because of the exhaust brakes, but so far, out of all the half tons, out of all the gas HDs, this is the best. You guys see how it's maintaining the speed? I mean, even in 6th gear, it was hovering around 65, 66. But I mean, this grade is kind of steep, so I don't want to go that fast. But yeah, this truck is the best. So if you're considering jumping up to the 7.3, if you already wanted a gas engine, I would just tell you to, you know, hang out with the 6.8. I think that you might like this one a little bit better because the 10R140 in the F250 is going to be a little bit more aggressive, and for some people who don't tow, I really think that you'll be happy with this setup. I think it has more than enough horsepower and torque. You guys just saw what it did. I mean, granted, it is colder temperatures, but it did extremely well. Just pulled back in, 7.5 MPG. You drove about 37.5 miles. Now, whoever owned the truck got 9.4 MPG for towing on about 4,600 miles I saw. So, I don't know how big the trailer was, so it could be a small little trailer, I don't know. But the fact is, I think you guys can agree with me. This truck cleaned up today. This truck did so much better than I expected. I actually came in here today thinking it would do about the same as the L8T, but no, it did better. And actually it ran in the pack with the 6.4 and the 7.3. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ford did not release horsepower and torque numbers yet for 2025 trucks. I could be wrong, but I think that they might be getting an increase. So all in all, this truck did really good for stability, downshifts, held the gears really well. It loved 4th gear too. You guys see right there, that bottom leaf is definitely being applied for this extra weight here. Yeah, this is a heavy trailer, and the stability was really shocking because, like I said, this truck has a shorter wheelbase because of the cab configuration. But all in all, what are you guys' thoughts? Are you happy with this truck? Are you happy with Ford adding the 6.8 as the standard engine for Lariat?
I think that most people with how they drive their trucks will actually find that a good option for them. So unless you're towing well over 10,000 pounds, I would definitely get the 7.3. But if you're towing, you know, 10,000 pounds, maybe 12 max, this 6.8 will get the job done. Hope you guys liked the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. See you guys soon.